Hi, I am Raghavendra, a PhD student working with Professor Vijay Natarajan at the Visualization and Graphics Lab IISc. I'll present a recent work titled Comparative Analysis of Merge Trees using Local Tree Edit Distance. Scalar fields are real valued functions on 2D or 3D domains like temperature, pressure, electron density as shown in this example, arising from measurements related to scientific phenomena. They can be static or dynamic. Comparing them is a fundamental step in any meaningful analysis. Since pointwise comparisons are prone to instabilities and are not invariant to transformations like scaling, we first compute topological structures, which are combinatorial abstractions like graphs, trees, with proven methods to remove noise via simplification. Then we can compare the simplified structures. In this work, we compare such substructures or structures. Such comparative analysis has resulted in a rich set of tools with a variety of applications, but most of these are global in nature, which are insufficient in many scenarios. The fields on the right are globally different due to the highlighted red regions, but locally similar due to the highlighted green regions. We need local measure to address such scenarios. Formally, we want to design methods to compare scalar fields locally by comparing topological structures. In this work, we consider a particular structure called merge tree. We define a new measure, lmted, to locally compare scalar fields efficiently and hierarchically. We provide a dynamic programming algorithm and prove that the distance is a metric. We show its utility with many applications. To give some background, given a d-dimensional scalar field, isocontours, the black curves here, for a particular iso value of the field consists of all points in the domain mapped to this iso value. As the value is varied, the isocontours undergo changes in topology such as creation, deletion, split and join. Such changes happen respectively at the critical points of the field, which are the minima, maxima and saddles. They can be computed based on their local neighborhoods. A merge tree tracks such events via its edges, while the nodes are the critical points. The critical points can be compared by considering join events as deletion of the later of the two components. The function value difference between them is defined as a topological persistence. The persistence diagram consists of these pairs represented as points on the 2D plane with creation and deletion values as their coordinates. The low persistence pairs nearer to the diagonal can be treated as noise and they can be simplified. Now we can move on to the edit operations. There are three edit operations: relabel, insert and delete with associated costs. A sequence of these operations can be applied to go from one tree to the other. The tree edit distance is given by the minimum cost sequence. We consider a variation called constraint edit distance, which is computable and is more relevant in the case of merge trees. We define the edit cost for a pair of nodes PQ by considering the corresponding features in the persistence diagram. The takeaway is that the costs are dependent on the persistence of the features. More details can be found in the paper. We introduced local comparison into our previous work, global merge tree edit distance, by addressing some issues which made MTED insufficient for local comparison. Firstly, since subtrees like I8 are not merge trees, we introduced dummy nodes like I-10 with small perturbations in function values from their parent nodes. This satisfies the constraint that all subtrees should be merge trees. Secondly, we alleviate misleading results due to the global persistence, which makes the contribution of nodes like I5 same irrespective of the subtree considered. By introducing truncated persistence, which is dependent on a particular subtree, thus we localize its contribution. This results in an additional DP table. Here for the trees I10 and J7, we highlight the entries in the original and the new table required to calculate the tree edit distance. For further details, one can again refer to the paper. With this background, we define lmted as combination of the relabel costs incurred by the unpaired nodes of the subtrees and the entry for the pair I, j in the modified table. We highlight the utility of lmted in symmetry detection in cryo-EM data, which captures electron density in biomolecules. Influenza A virus is considered in this case. We compute the merge tree and we compare it with itself, resulting in this distance matrix. We pick two submatrices which highlight similar structures in the biomolecules, which is useful to the biologists in further analysis. To conclude, we present lmted for local comparison of merge trees across multiple scales with an efficient algorithm. We prove that it is a metric and provide lot of applications. In future, we want to design such measures for other topological structures and analyze more theoretical properties. Thank you. I am open to questions.